Welcome to Gentle Flow. We'll start in a simple or easy seat. If you're anything like me with tighter hips or external hip rotation, I recommend a block. In fact, I tell all my students, if you're beginner, intermediate, or advanced, grab a block. So today I will sit on the yoga block and cross my legs. You can sit on the ground too, or a blanket rolled up, a towel maybe. First thing, let's check in with our foundation. The common dysfunction in students is to round through the low back. This is called a posterior tilt. When we send the hips forward and stick the seat back, that's an anterior tilt. So I want you to take a couple pelvic tilts and find neutrality for you. Usually it's where ASIS, your hip bones, stack over your pubic bone. And then from there, get long through your side body, draw shoulders back and down, and turn your palms up. We'll start our practice with belly breath or diaphragmatic breath. So think of the breath, the inhale, as an umbrella opening 360 degrees, wide, long, and deep, all the way to the pelvic floor. And on the exhale, slowly the umbrella closes and the diaphragm lifts up back to neutral. So again, inhale through the nose, open your belly wide and low. And on the exhale, through the mouth, slowly, small. Think about the exhale being longer than the inhale. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that breath moving. And we'll begin with a little seated warm-up. Inhale, sweep your arms up high like you would in mountain pose. You can keep the hands here or hold on to a strap. Today, I'm going to interlace my hands, pressing the palms to the ceiling. The emphasis here is a little bit more through the wrists and the forearms. So take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, lean to your right side, lateral side bend. Stay anchored through your left hip. Take a deep breath in, keep your spine long. Exhale, lean to the left side of your space. Lift your chin a little bit and draw your ears back in alignment with your shoulders. And then come back to center. Very nice. Take your left hand to your right knee. Your right hand as close as you can to your low back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist over your right shoulder. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, twist. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale. Change. Right hand to the left knee. Left hand as close as you can to the low back. Lift up on the breath in. Exhale, twist. Again, lengthen and deepen. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. From your seat, bring your hands to your knees. Lift your chest. Think cow pose from a seated position. Lift your chin. Exhale, round and gaze at your navel. Open the space between your shoulders. 2 more times like that. Deep breath in, seated cow. Exhale, seated cat. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. You can combine all 3 of those movements. So the spine moves in 6 directions. And these are 3 ways to do that. Inhale, reach up, interlace your hands. Lean to the right, lateral side bend. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean left. Inhale, reach up. Twist right, exhale. Back to center, breathe in. Twist left, exhale. Inhale, hands to knees, lift your chest. Exhale, cat back. Come back to center. Tabletop. Remove your block. Face the top of your mat. Stack your shoulders directly over your wrists and hips over your knees. On an inhale breath, soften your belly and lift your chin for cow pose. Exhale, round into the backside. Chin, throat, gaze at your navel. Inhale again, initiated from the sacrum. Open up. Exhale, catch your back. One more, inhale. Deep exhale. Another posture you can visit from table is thread the needle. Inhale, lift up, open your right arm, roll your wrist in both directions. And on the exhale, thread your right arm through to the left side of your space and lower your right ear down to the ground. Extend your left arm forward and lower your left armpit to accentuate the stretch through the outer shoulder. Deep breaths. Press your left hand into the earth. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, change, opposite side. Right hand's your foundation. Left arm sweeps up. Take a deep breath in. Roll your wrist in both directions. And on the exhale, thread the needle. Left ear down. Right arm forward this time. Lower your right armpit. And just notice the difference between right side and left side. Always being the witness in the practice rather than the judge. See if you can shift your mindset today. Lower your right hand back beneath your shoulder. Left arm reaches up. Inhale, breath. Exhale, release to table. Good. So walk your hands forward just a little bit and extend your legs behind you. Moving into Dandasana, or plank position. Bring a soft bend to the elbows and then push the earth away from you. A little doming between the shoulders here. Now, stack your heels over the balls of your feet and shift your gaze forward. Think about your core as a cylinder, strengthening navel to spine, your side body, as well as the back side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, take a moment just to pedal out your feet and wag your tail. We try to move to downward dog from our plank without adjusting hands and feet. So if you feel rounding in your back, bring a soft bend to your knees, lengthen the upper back, and then in time begin to work your heels energetically towards the earth. Inhale, breathing in through the nose now. And out through the nose. We call this Ujjayi or victorious breath. Ujjayi breath brings heat from the inside out, so keep the breath moving. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, tiptoe to the top of your space. Separate your feet about hip-width distance, maybe even a wider. You can grab your block today if it helps promote length in your upper back, or you can come all the way down to a forward fold. Bend your knees at first. Try to lengthen the upper back, and then again in time as your body begins to warm up, you can play with straightening the legs, maybe one at a time. Interlace your hands like genie arms. We call this ragdoll. And see if you can shift the weight forward into the balls of your feet. Lift up through your sit bones. Notice any tension in your jaw, in your face. Maybe explore chest expansion. Interlace your hands. Send your knuckles forward. Bring a soft bend to the elbows. Nod your head. No. Nod your head. Yes. Lower your hands. Heel toe your feet in towards touching. Bring your hands to your shins, lengthen your spine halfway. So ears, shoulders, hips, crown of the head. This is all one line. Navel drawing in, strong core. Exhale, lower your fingertips and lift your heels. Make your way to a ball. We call this ball pose. So
Tuck your forehead in towards your knees and see how small you can get. Maybe as you relax your forehead down, you feel this in the back of your neck. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, inhale. Exhale. Lower your heels and one vertebra at a time begin to roll up to standing. Take it slow at first. Allow the blood to rush naturally. And then when you get to the top, bring your hands to your heart space in Samastitihi, or standing at attention. This is a great place to set your intention for your practice today. Root all four corners of your feet into the earth. Bring a soft bend into your knees. Inhale, look up, reach up, mountain pose. Exhale, hands in prayer, hinge forward from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, press into your shins, lengthen your spine. Exhale, ball pose, tuck and curl, lower your forehead towards your knees. Stay here for the inhale and the exhale. Lower your heels down once again. Roll up, rise to mountain, and hands come back to prayer. Look up, reach up, mountain pose, moving to the breath, sun breaths. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ball pose, tuck and curl. Stay for the breath cycle, in and out. Lower your heels, roll up, inhale, reach high. Hands come to center. Last one, look up, reach up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, tuck and curl to ball. Lower your heels, come to a halfway lift, lengthen your spine. And on the exhale breath, step your right foot back and lunge. Maybe take a moment or two to bend and straighten the front leg, warming up your front hamstring, your back hip flexor. And then meet me in kneeling crescent. Lower your right knee towards the earth. Press the top of your right foot to the ground, and all four corners of the left foot root so you rise. Drag energetically your left heel back and your right knee forward. Shift your gaze upward. Soften the shoulders a bit. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, frame your front foot, curl your back toes under, step back, downward facing dog. This next part of the sequence we call moon salutation. It's a great alternative to a flow without chaturangas. Come to your knees, and then maybe keep your toes curled under. If it feels okay, you can always release the foot if it doesn't. Sit hips to heels for extended child's pose, and rest your forehead down. If it's too much, you can grab a block and place the forehead on a block. Notice what you feel in your feet. You're stretching into the fascia of your feet, so breathe there. Good. Make your way to your belly. Come forward. Extend the legs out behind you. Cobra, align your fingertips with your shoulders. Exhale everything out. And on the inhale, no weight in your hands. Really strong legs, so much that your kneecaps lift off the mat. Hug your outer arm bones in and strengthen the muscles along the spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Release. Through table to plank to downward facing dog. Together, breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, look forward to your hands. Exhale, tiptoe to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, left foot steps back, lunge. Once again, take some time. Warm up the back of your right leg, the front of your left leg. You have the option too, when you move to kneeling crescent, lower your left knee to place a towel or blanket, something soft beneath your knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. Once again, think about right heel back energetically, left knee forward, hugging in from the midline, and then lifting up from the pelvic floor. Breathe. See what you can surrender as you gaze upward. Frame your front foot, curl the back toes under, meet me in down dog, step back. Good, once again, find your dog. This begins to start to feel like a resting posture rather than the first down dog in the practice. So hug your upper arm bones in, recruit the upper back muscles, keep lifting your sit bones upward. Inhale together, deep exhale through your nose. Lower to your knees, table. Toes stay curled under, sit back, extended child's pose. Just feel where you feel this. Maybe your upper back or shoulders. Breathe. Come forward onto your belly. Cobra. Press into the tops of your feet once again. Exhale everything out. Strong legs, engaged. Inhale, peel your chest up off the mat. Good. Maybe explore a little range of motion. Begin to press into the mat a little bit more, opening your heart. Be sure to keep your legs strong. This will protect your low back. On an inhale, breath, lengthen. Exhale, release. Table. To plank, to downward facing dog. Inhale. Deep exhale. Look forward to your hands in breath. Exhale, tiptoe to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. So let's build some heat. Chair pose. Ground into the heels of your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Long side body, shoulders relaxed. And then sit deeply into your chair. Notice if the ribs are kind of disengaged. Can you knit the lower or the front ribs in towards the back body? Good, and breathe. Begin to feel the heat in your legs throughout your entire body. And then slowly stand up to Samastitihi. Moving into Sun Salutation B. So, we don't practice chaturangas. The simplest way to do this is to step your right foot back for Warrior Two. So take your right foot parallel to the short end of the mat. Front foot points to 12 o'clock to the top of your mat. Ears stack over your shoulders, over your hips. Extend your arms long and then hug the upper arm bones in. Feel everything in the upper body turn on. Your gaze is over your left hand. Inhale lengthens you. Exhale, deepen into the front lunge. Breathe in. Extended side angle, front forearm to front thigh. Right arm reaches up to 12 o'clock. Now, look down at your left foot. Root all four corners of the foot into the earth. Pick up your front hip bone just a little bit and feel how you can blade through the outer edge of the back foot. Maybe explore some depth by straightening your front arm. Looking up at the front hand. If it's too much, just keep your gaze down. Good. I know you're shaking because I am. Reverse warrior. Stay low in the lunge. Reach back. Make this a side body stretch through the intercostal muscles. Common dysfunction is to back bend here. Stay through the side body. Lift your chin and lengthen for 3, 2, and 1. Straighten your front leg. Pivot your front foot and turn towards the back of your mat. Warrior 2. It's a nice and easy transition. Arms are working. They're long. See if you can reach evenly from each shoulder. Gaze over your right hand. Warrior 2. One more inhale. Deep exhale. Now inhale, fill up. Extended side angle, right forearm to thigh. Same thing, look down at your right foot. Evenly press into the foot, lift your right hip bone, and then engage through the outer edge of your back foot. Look up, maybe extend the front arm. Breathe. Good, reverse warrior. Stay with it, side body stretch, keep your chin lifted. Re-engage the lunge. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the inhale, straighten your leg, turn your toes out, your heels in, lift your chest, lift your gaze, star pose. Feel like you're spreading the mat in half as you press your feet apart and then energetically hug your inner heels towards one another. Lengthen your side body, soften the shoulders, and reach softly with your gaze. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, horse. Hands come to heart center. Bend your knees into a horse squat. So be mindful of where your knees and your toes are pointing. You want heels, knees, toes pointing in the same direction to keep your knees and ankles healthy. Align your ears over your shoulders or over your hips and bring attention again to what the pelvis is doing here. Think tailbone down, crown of the head up. Let's do some breaths here. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, hands at heart. Again, breathe in through the nose. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to your knees. Hinge forward just a little bit. Maybe rock side to side, beginning to warm up the inner leg, inner groin, and then twist to the top of your space. Right shoulder to the left side. And change, left shoulder to right side. Again, a couple more times. Move left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the back of your space. Another one I like is forearms to your inner thighs or thighs, and try to bring your chest parallel to the mat. The crown, ears, shoulders, hips, all in alignment. You rock side to side. Really good. Walk your hands back up. Inhale to star pose. Reach your arms up overhead. And then change your foot position. Point your toes forward so they're parallel to the short end of your mat. Inhale, open your arms wide. Lift your chest. Lift your gaze. Wide leg forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And come forward. You can use a block again in your hands. You can walk your hands forward in downward facing dog arms, or maybe reach to the outer edge of your respective foot. Keep the weight moving forward into the balls of the feet, lifting your sit bones, and then begin to look through your legs. With this arm variation, you're activating the upper back muscles. You can also take a more restorative version of the posture. One more great option is chest expansion. Bringing the heels of your hands together, soft bend in the elbows, and a focus on opening the chest and shoulder girdle. Release your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine and pivot to the back of your space. Feet are hip width distance. like you're on railroad tracks almost. Lower your left knee to the ground. Kneeling crescent, once again, you've been here. So inhale, reach your arms up high, then bring your hands to heart space for a revolve crescent. Inhale, hinge and lengthen your spine. Exhale, think left lung to right inner thigh, elbow on or to the outside of your right knee. Option to stay here, feeling the stability that allows you maybe to twist deeper, or curl your back toes under and try revolve crescent lunge with a little balance work. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, twist. Inhale. And exhale. Lower your hands, maybe bend and straighten the front leg, release the leg. And then change sides. Look over your left shoulder and pivot all the way around to the top of your space. Back to railroad tracks with your left leg forward. Lower your right knee to the ground. Inhale to crescent moon, reach your arms up overhead. Hands come to heart, revolve crescent. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, right lung to left inner thigh, twist left. Stay here, lengthening as you inhale, deepening as you exhale. Or maybe curl the toes under, lift your back knee, challenge your balance a little bit, and continue to twist. 2 more deep breaths. Lower your hands, frame your front foot. Bend and straighten this leg now. Release some of the tension you created. And then make your way, right foot forward to the top of your space. Hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time all the way up, reverse swan dive, all the way to standing. Mountain pose to standing at attention. Tree, you can stay forward on your mat. I'll face you. Your left foot becomes your foundation. Look down and ensure that it's pointing forward like the number 1. And we can approach this in layers. First, you can kickstand your foot to the ground right at the standing leg arch. Bring your foot to your shin or possibly to your inner thigh. Common dysfunction is students will lean into this left hip. I want you to think about sandwiching your standing leg inner thigh to your foot and equally pressing your foot to your inner thigh. Now, hands come to heart center, or you can stay right here. And then continue to root through the heel of your standing leg and reach up through the crown of your head. Arms reach up overhead, shoulders soften and relax. Find a focal point on something that's not moving and breathe. Remember, if you fall out of the pose, come right back in. It's always a practice, never a perfect. Bring your hands back to your heart. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, release. Maybe shake it out a little bit. Right foot becomes your foundation. So we always want to mirror what we did on the other side. Step your foot in. Maybe work the calf or the inner thigh if that's what you did on the other side. Once again, hug the inner thigh to your foot. Feel how everything draws in towards a center. And then begin to find your balance, your focus. Maybe open your arms. And if you want to get really fancy, you can begin to shift your gaze upward. It really challenges your balance. So stay with it. Bring your hands back to heart and slowly release your left foot. Tree reminds us that we're only as strong as our roots. So firmly press all 4 corners of each foot into the earth. and just close your eyes for a moment. Soft bend in your knees. Heart is open. Your palms are open. Feel how rooted you are as you stand. Feel the equanimity left side and right side. Open your gaze. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step back to a high push-up. You can lower from this place or come to your knees and then move all the way down to your belly. Take a moment to just bring your hands beside you and rock side to side. Windshield wiper the legs. Heels move right, heels move left. And then slowly bring your mouth to the mat. Locust pose. You can start in cobra again, or fly your arms like airplane wings by your side. Begin to peel your chest up off the mat, and then add your legs. I like to approach this with my legs slightly apart. You can also challenge this with chest expansion, work your heels in towards one another. Wherever you are, you're firing up the entire posterior chain of your body. Hold here and breathe. Maybe turn your thumbs up, open your chest more, and then lower your right ear down, gaze to the left. Yoga is all about compression, release, compression, release. So feel your chest rise and fall. Feel your heartbeat. And then come back to a state of rest. I'll do one more side. Mouth to the mat. Same thing, your variation. Exhale everything out. On an inhale, lift up for locust. Good. Continue to work the shoulder blades in towards one another. Lift your chin slightly. Your gaze is on the floor in front of you. Lengthen your neck. Breathe 3. Open energy, fingers and toes. 2 and 1. Lower your left ear down. Shift your gaze to the right. Close your eyes. Push up to table and come onto your seat. This is a great time to incorporate boat pose, any variation for a little bit of core strengthening. I like to take a block between my inner thighs and then really work on mountain pose upper body alignment. This might be enough for your students, or you can challenge them to lift one shin and then the other. Continue to lift up, maybe reach your arms out, or even extend your arms and legs into a full boat. You can also bring your hands to heart and find some twists, maintaining a long spine. Focus on the obliques and remember to breathe. Inhale, lift up, palms open. Exhale, low boat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Sit up. Okay. Bridge pose. Extend your legs out in front of you. Inhale, extend your arms forward. One vertebra at a time. Lower all the way down to your back. I'm going to grab the block. A great way to help students whose knees are falling wide, keep the knees hip width distance by hugging the brick or the block between your legs. Press down into all four corners of your feet. Lift up through your hips, and then maybe snuggle one shoulder under and then the next. Interlace your hands beneath you. Press the pinky knuckle down. Breathe. In bridge, we're focusing on strengthening the posterior of your body. So rooted in four corners of each foot, lift up from the arches. Engage your hamstrings. Soften your glutes a little bit so that they don't overtake the posture. And begin to feel this more through the spinal erector muscles in your back. Release your shoulders. And then upper, middle, lower back to the mat. Remove your block. Fallen bridge, knees fall in towards one another. So a reminder in bridge pose that you have a natural C curve in your neck. We tend to flatten out the neck, which is kind of what we're doing with technology in our lifestyle anyway. So keep the chin lifted and maintain the curvature of your cervical spine. You can bring one hand to your heart, the other to your belly, and close your eyes here. Another great variation is to take the block and offer a modified version of bridge. And this is called supported bridge. The block rests right at your sacrum, and it should feel really easy and really restorative. Any of those variations work. From bridge pose or fallen bridge, extend your arms wide like a T. Knees can fall to your right for supine twist, or extend your right leg long. Hug your right knee in towards the chest. You can move the knee left of the rib cage. Try to anchor both shoulders to the ground. With your right hand, guide your knee to the right side of your space. Extend your left arm wide and get heavy through your shoulders. Stay anchored there. Allow the exhale to deepen once again. Come back to center. Again, T the arms, option to lower your knees to the left this time. Or extend your left leg long, hug your right knee in towards the chest, maybe right of the rib cage to feel the difference in sensation. Left hand guides the knee to the left side of your space. Look over your right hand. Twists are important not only to warm up the spine in a sequence so that you can have more optimal back bending, but at the end of a sequence, they're ideal for neutralizing your spine. Breathing in through the nose and out through your nose. Come back to center. Happy baby, capture the inside arches of your feet, stack your heels directly over your knees, and rock side to side. Think about shoulders back, tail working towards the ground. You can play with extending one leg and then the other. Strap is good for happy baby as well. For people who can't grab their feet, that works. Bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your knees. Extend your legs upward. Here's an opportunity right at the end of your sequence for legs on wall. You can scoot your seat up against the wall and lift your legs, or you can stay right here, stacking your heels over your knees, over your hips. Another option is to place the block at your low back and lift your legs. Legs on wall is an inversion. Inversions are good for so many reasons. They help shift our perspective. Also, with the legs up, the blood begins to usher back to the heart for recirculation. And then finally, if you're somebody who has edema from being on your feet all day long, this is a great posture to reduce the swelling in your ankles. So feel free to stay here as long as you would like, enjoying the benefits of the pose. And when you're ready, you can remove the block if you have one, or lower your legs. Extend your legs out in front of you. Turn your toes out like pages of a book. And then snuggle one shoulder under, then the next. Turn your palms up. Allow your heart to be the highest point of this posture. See if you can fully let go. Maybe notice the areas where you still feel tension in your body. Is it between your brow, your jaw, the tongue from the roof of your mouth? Can you soften your fingers, your toes, and come back to natural breath? This posture symbolizes the death of what needs to go. The things in your life, mind, body, spirit, that are no longer serving you. The things where you experienced revelation about today. So let that die so there's space for new beginnings, new growth. Please stay as long as you would like in this posture.